out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
We are back for your horror cult exploitation films selection. I could not continue on any further without mentioning the 1979 cult classic, The Warriors. Some consider it an action movie. Some people even consider it a horror movie. I don't consider it any of those. I just consider it a badass cult classic film. Now this is a unique copy. I don't even recall how I obtained this. Maybe in a bundle or something, but this is the Ultimate Director's Cut. This is on HD DVD. I don't even have an HD player, but I like this cut. No, it doesn't play in any other formats that I have, but I like the red. I like the red case, just like all HD cases came in. So I do know that it goes for stupid money. This copy, it's like 30 or 40 bucks now. But let's get into this film. Directed by Walter Hill, produced by Lawrence Gordon. This film is approximately 93 minutes long. 1979 release. And this is a Paramount release, HD DVD film. What you have here is you have all of the gangs, most of the gangs in certain areas are coming together to become one unit to take over basically the area, and really kind of to take over most of the world. And there is a leader called Cyrus. Cyrus is the one that is bringing all the gangs to come together so they can take over and they can rule the world. And so all the gangs show up. It's like a conference, if you will, and there's tons of them. I mean, there's probably enough to run a small state. Probably Ohio. And they're all there, and Cyrus is making his his statements about what he wants to do and what they can accomplish when all the gangs come together. And Cyrus is assassinated. Cyrus is assassinated by somebody. And they don't know who specifically it is, but the film will let you know when you watch it, obviously. But the plot of the film is the warriors are framed. They are framed. They are there for the convention or the gathering, and they are framed, and they are led by other people to believe that they are the ones that shot Cyrus. So now a scramble ensues whenever all of the shots break out and Cyrus is shot. After he says this, one of the greatest lines ever, "Can you dig it?" So then at that point everybody's scrambling and trying to get the hell out of there because the cops are showing up, and now the people are after the warriors. Now the warriors come from Coney Island. So all the warriors are trying to do is get back to Coney Island. And they've got to do it on hand and foot. And they've got to survive without getting killed, as many people are after them now. Because everybody thinks that they shot Cyrus. Along the way, they have to fight many, many gangs. The orphans, which is hysterical because one of them looks like David Schwimmer. I thought it was David Schwimmer. The Baseball Furies, which is my favorite rival gang. The Rogues. It's just, it's unbelievable how many different groups of gangs there are out there. And basically that is the plot of the film. They've got to get back to Coney Island, safe grounds to recruit, and get their name straight. But they've got to survive to get there, folks. And they've got to fight all these other gangs and try to deal with the police, and they do meet some people along the way, and whether they're good or bad people or not, you'll have to watch the film. One of the more notable people is the woman that did Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. I can't recall at this moment in time what her name was, but I'm sure you guys can let me know in the comments. My thoughts on the film. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Easily in the top 50 of all time. I love the gangs in the film. True fact, some of the extras in the film were actually members of certain gangs in the area. And I guess there's a lot of hostility on the film because of some of the colors and things that were being used. So you have to read some of that on IMDb. A lot of interesting facts on the film. You know, some of the people that played the Warriors have passed on now. But it's really great. I love the violence. I love the different types of gangs and the way that they're grouped together. I love the characters. The Warriors. I think the Warriors was a great group. Obviously, you know, the weapons of choice that they use, I enjoyed. I also love the rival gangs a lot. I really loved, like the Baseball Furies and the Orphans, and there's even a gang that's on. One of them's on skates and roller skates, and they're fighting in a subway station, and it's just really creative. There's a girl group of gang because they have a hit out on them now because the group that Cyrus is affiliated with wants their heads. So I'm sure most of you have seen this, but if you have not, and I know some people that have not seen this, you've got to check out The Warriors. The movie is absolutely fantastic. It is a cult classic. I remember going to the video store and renting this till I couldn't rent it any longer. I remember I couldn't get it. I had a PG-13 rental card, and finally when I was able to get the rated R rental card, this was the first movie I rented. Because my grandparents would not let me watch this. But anyhow, see you guys tonight on the midnight hour. Joe Lujan. Make sure to be there. Hope you enjoyed this review of The Warriors, because this movie is fucking awesome. Alright guys, I'll catch up with you later. Peace.